What's going on, guys? Matt over here with Lethal Garage, and today I'm going to show you how to remove the hubs off your 6th gen Camaro. It's not a very difficult job. It's a couple bolts. It does get a little bit tight. I guess if you had your car up on a 4-post lift, it would be a lot easier to do. I'm on jack stands. I have very little room under the car, so some of these bolts require a breaker bar to get to if you're weak like I am. But let's jump right on into it. Okay guys, so you've seen my video on how to replace brakes and rotors, so I'm going to skip all the dramatics on how to get to this point, but basically you pull your rotor off, it exposes your hub, and mine's rusty. Mine is super rusty, and I apologize, it's a little bit dark, but the idea here is I'm going to clean this off or potentially replace it, depending on if I can even get it clean, and you can get the full replacement from GM. I think it's about $100. But it's one whole unit, so the bearing, everything, it's all in one piece, and there's 3 bolts that hold it on, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. So there's 3 bolts on the back side, and it's going to be hard to see them, and without the rotor on there, it's kind of hard to twist things. Yes, I am barefoot, and yes, I don't care. Okay, so 15. No, that was a 14. That's why. Yep, 15. So let's see how hard it is to remove these bolts. Okay, this is going to require a little bit more leverage. And I can get one click. I don't know how much leverage I can get on this one. This is the top bolt. Same thing, one click. I need to get some air tools, or some better than air tools. You can see the, again, I know it's dark. I should probably try to find a light, but I can't see. You can, I need light. I need light. Okay, a little bit of light, but you could see the top bolt was there. Yeah, it's dark over here, and then I still have to loosen this one down here, which is actually going to be a little bit easier to get to, but yeah. So this bolt is right there. Trying to do this and not block the camera. Not being very successful. I swear this top one just has one thread that keeps catching. There you have it. Not serviceable. Do not remove. There you go. Hub removed. Now there's some beautiful grease in there and stuff. I'm gonna have to buy some new grease, but you can see all the dirt and buildup in there. Totally not cool. But yeah, it's good stuff in here. Whoa, what is that? Oh, that's a metal plate. That's cool. I don't know what that's called. And you guys can't see anything I'm talking about. So here you go. Here is the hub. It is pulled apart. You can see this thing is greasy and filthy and dirty and rusty and all sorts of stuff. It's a non-serviceable item, so you do have to replace it if something ever happened. Obviously, there's a big bearing in there. You can see where your lug bolts and all that stuff are, but you can also see how freaking... Yeah, let's get this in the light. You can see how rusty this is, and this is strictly... some rain driving, but mostly just washing the car. So, and up on the inside, You can see grease and dirt and nastiness. There's a metal plate on the back side of this. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So yeah. So with the new hub in hand, there's a few things that we have to do. One, I want to make sure the spindle is nice and clean. I've already wiped this down, made it look really good. I have the brand new hub here. And we have the GM high temperature grease. This is the important part. It's AC Delco. You can get this just about anywhere. You can use other grease, but I'm going to use AC Delco grease. And you want to use this because if you don't, vibration and whatnot can fuse the new hub and the spindle together. So I'm just gonna coat this all in there. Make sure we get a good coating. And I'm also gonna put a little bit on the hub itself. So it's literally just on this back plate. Get it nice and coated. If you ever get your hubs done and they don't put grease on there, they did it wrong. So there we go. New hub. Slides in place. Now my bolts are already still on the back side from when I took them off. I'm going to actually pull it out because I want to see if they put Loctite on these or not. So they did. You can see a little bit of Loctite on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some red Loctite, put it on the bolts so that way all the threads are in there tight. So if you're wondering what Loctite to use, I use the Thread Locker Red. This is the high temperature Loctite, and it's always good to use high temperature everything on all car stuff. It's never a bad thing. So, take that off. Do I have to cut that? I do. You suck. Sacre bleu. I don't have a knife. Oh, there's a knife. I have a knife. See, shows you how ill prepared I was for this video. Oh, there we go. And I just got red Loctite all over me. And this, my friend, is why we wear gloves. So, here's your bolt. You can see where the old Loctite was. So go ahead and get it all the way around the bolt if I can. I don't want it to squeeze everywhere. Whew. There we go. Get that all over the threads. There we go. Put that back in. Get this bad boy threaded. So the bolts are 15 mil. So I'm just doing hand tight for now. What are you hitting against, bolt? Really? I can get you out. There's that bolt. And we'll twist this back. Bend that. Don't pull from this. So I like to pretend I'm strong, knowing I'm not. But use my breaker bar to get it a lot more tight. Now, some of you in YouTube land are going to be like, Lethal, why did you not use a proper torque wrench to torque it down? Well, my torque wrench broke. So I basically applied the same pressure I used to take them off to put them back on. Hopefully that's good. Next time I go down to the shop, I'll have them check those rear bolts. But if anything, it's more than tight enough. So, but there you go. Let's see if I can get better lighting. So you can see the 3 bolts. They do stick through the top. You can see the red Loctite on them. But, whoa, what is going on? Sorry, new gimbal. And it's really wonky. So apologies. But there you go. New hub in place. Time to do the other side. Same exact thing. And good to go. There you have it. That is how you install the hubs on a 2016 Camaro. As you can see, I did use Loctite. I did make sure everything was good. Unfortunately, my torque bar are to spec, so I can get it perfect. It's broken. I need to get a new one. I'm gonna have those bolts triple checked just in case. It'll be really easy to do underneath the car just by taking it off at the shop. I'll have Cunningham just triple check it for me when my car goes back in there, because there's some power upgrades coming. But that all being stated, it was a very easy thing to do. Again, don't forget that grease. If you don't put grease in between the hub and the spindle, it can cause problems down the road. You do not want to get those basically vibration locked together. I've heard about spindles getting broken or cracking because of it, so it never hurts just to put the little bit of grease in there. GM does put grease in there. They do call it out in their install instructions. I'm calling it out here. Please use grease. There you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this content, hit that subscribe button. Any questions, comments, concerns, or likes or dislikes, you know, click the buttons, post down below, as always. But until next time, guys, I hope to see you on the road.